Get into the spirit of spirits at Tales of the Cocktail, July 20th through 25th in New Orleans, with hundreds of opportunities developed for drinks industry professionals, from bartenders to distillers, and all cocktail lovers. Tales of the Cocktail is the place for exchanging new ideas, products, and techniques featuring education, tastings, networking, and the Spirited Award celebration. It is the global spirits industry's premier cocktail conference. Get tickets at talesofthecocktail.org.
I often tell myself that we could be more than just friends. I think that if we moved too soon, that it would all end. I live in misery when you're not around, and I won't be satisfied till we're taking those vows.
There'll be some love making, heartbreaking, soul shaking. Whoa, whoa. Love making, heartbreaking, soul shaking. What's it gonna be? 'Cause I can't pretend. What's it gonna be?
Wanna be
more than friends. Hold me tight and don't let go. Don't let go. You have the right to lose control.
You've got the right. You've got the right. I said you've got the right to lose control. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, ha, 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 ha. Whoa, ha, 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 ha. Whoa, ha, 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 ha. Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, ha. Whoa, ha, 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 ha. Whoa, ha, 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 ha. Whoa, ha, 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 ha. Take it.
Whoa, 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 ha, whoa, ha, ha.
Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, 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 ha.
Whoa, ha, ha. Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, whoa, ha, ha. Whoa, ha, ha. Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, whoa, ha. Whoa, ha, ha. Whoa, ha, ha. Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, whoa, ha.
What's it gonna be? 'Cause I can't pretend. Don't you wanna be more than friends?
Everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show about nothing is Jade and XD. I'm your host, XD, and I'm here with...
Vietnamese coffee. Oh, that's my new drag name. Another one.
And another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or
so
maybe it'll be summer
Black-
roll. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in it. I'm in it, you know. But yes, welcome back to the show, everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful week and things. Because just letting you know that this episode is going to be negative. Okay, it's just negative.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Everywhere you go.
Niggas is hating on your shoes, giving you the blues.
Yes. Makes my teeth white. So, how was your week, Jade of all Jades?
Nah, it was cool. It was good. Yeah, it was good. What happened this week? No, I'm not going to tell that story here. No, not that story. That's not going anywhere. No,
okay.
That's going on you and I's phone call.
Yeah, okay.
That is it.
That was
nigga, I'm not giving up my family
bro.
like that.
Yeah, nah.
Criminal. It'll come back to me. Whatever it was, it will come back to me. Yeah.
Okay.
How was your week?
All right. It was okay. I spoke at the LA Summit.
That's right.
It was a wang dang MFing doodle. Shout out to all of you who came to hear my little presentation. We had a wonderful, candid conversation about podcasting and money.
Was C for chasing a check?
It was. Twas. So, hopefully folks got informed. And so it inspired me to actually do a full workshop. So I'm going to do a webinar. Yes, I'm doing private consulting, but I am going to do a webinar for everybody to do it. Just look out on my socials, so that everybody can take place in what happened over the weekend. And that fly is still in your...
It's not the same
one. Is that
one.
a new one?
It's a new one. Because my family don't know how to close the window in the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what it is.
And that's such a window you don't think about to close. Like it's because it's a small and out of the way.
Exactly. And so that is how And
you're by a tree too, so I see why.
I'm by a tree. You know that we have mad plants, and then the bathroom is right there. So yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn, that's crazy.
I'm like, just close it when you're done. That's it. But here I go after they leave. I be shutting lights off, closing windows, turning Noah's personal heater off in her room, all kinds of shit. I do know what I did this week.
Okay. What'd you do?
So I had some lovely hangouts with my girlfriends, some of my girlfriends. And, it was just a rejuvenating time. It's different when black women link up. You know what I'm saying? And like the first night it was 7 of us. The next night it was like 10 of us. Like, nigga, that's a lot of power in a room. Right? And it's not like the Housewives. You know what I'm saying? It's real love. I'm searching for it.
Yeah.
So we having a good time. Imagine one of those. Maybe I'll make a TikTok out of this. I'm testing. I'm on my testing ground of TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I'll make a TikTok out of this. Those TikToks where it'd be like what they think you doing. And then what y'all are really doing, like what girls think when, you with your boys and it be them thinking they cheating and then they do something and be them doing something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
My homegirls, shout out to Santana, Mary, Siobhan, Mariam, everybody, Carmen, shout out to all of y'all. My homegirls were like, Jay, can you roll a blunt with your eyes closed, like with your eyes closed? And I was like,
challenge.
Well, let's find out. So my homegirl Isamar goes to get a fresh pair of pantyhose out the package. She comes and ties them around my eyes. Couldn't see shit. I said, like, I put my stuff in front of me of what I use. What was already there.
Mise en place for weed.
A little mise en place. But then, like, they tied the pantyhose around me. And I successfully rolled a blunt, including clipping the ends with my little travel scissors, blindfolded. It was incredible. And, I'm thinking about possibly posting that on the Patreon. We'll see.
Yeah, you should. Now you can go on Physical 100 because you are now an athlete.
Been an athlete, nigga. Don't forget my track days. Your girl was quick on the 4x1, 4x2.
Yeah.
I'm not finna be 40 talking about I ran track.
Oh my gosh, there's always those, right? Those who
Pause
peaked
it,
in high school.
Because that's first on my list.
Okay. Well, anywho, yes, the weekend was cool. I did speak at the conference. It was great. It was a good time. Gonna do a webinar. That's good. I do want to update you all on some news. We have some breaking news that just came in. So Adnan is back in the news this week. So they reinstated his conviction today by the Maryland Appeals Court. So as of right now, it's as if he didn't get out of prison. He has 60 days. They have 60 days to respond to the appeal, his thing. But the argument is from the prosecutor's side is that Heyman Lee's family was not involved in one of the hearings.
Wow.
Which is critical. And so they're arguing because they weren't involved in those proceedings that it was this overturning conviction is null and void.
Damn.
So there's 60 days to file another appeal against that, and we'll go from there. I just think that is insanely, I shouldn't say insanely, categorically fucked up because of the fact that you have this person who is proven they're in. It's been proven that they should not been in prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
And you have them doing all of this like reform and rehabilitative stuff and doing all these positive things down the community, and to take that back, because it's not like Adnan is out here on OnlyFans or like brandishing a pistol in a club and doing it on Instagram or slapping people at the Oscars on stage. He's just literally going to teach about police reform and shit like that at a college.
Right.
And now they just want to take that away. His mother is sick, sickly.
Damn.
I haven't checked up on Rabia's page so I can find out more information because this just happened. So I hope that things get rectified and remedied. And I really hope that Heyman's family finds peace.
Yeah.
I just don't know if this is the place they need to find it.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And I think about, I don't want to say I think about Heyman Lee a lot because I don't, but I think about it often enough, and I'm like, that's got to be rough for, having her parents and just family in general having to relive through that because of through our own entertainment, right? Through the podcast and how we recover it and stuff like that. And so I get it. And you always want something so bad to have an answer to a close. And
yeah, people want to they want to have closure. They want to make peace with situations. And, unfortunately, a lot of families have not had that opportunity when they lose loved ones. The issue with our particular justice system is our justice system does not do the proper due diligence to make sure that the right people are the ones who are caught for these crimes that they're committing. You know what I'm saying? They go for what's the most convenient for that particular department. And so that is injustice. Like timely enough, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday who him and his family have a whole organization and they do a lot of work. It all stemmed from his cousin being murdered like years and years and years ago. But they've created a foundation and they do a lot of work around gun violence. And he was saying that I was like, did you all ever find the person who shot your cousin?
Did it?
And he was like, no, they arrested the first person who they thought of, and that person got thrown in jail, and then that was that. But we knew that wasn't the person who killed him. We don't know who killed him, but we knew it wasn't that person based off of how that went. And so that is common trope in this country.
And how do you reconcile that as a family, right? This family of the victim, right? They lock somebody up on your behalf because it's justice, but you're like, is it justice? Because it's not them, and I know it's not them. Do you sit there because of the fact that this is what the system's supposed to play out, and they're allegedly doing their right or just in work? Or do you just sit, or do you speak up and be like, I know this is not the person that hurt my family?
They did. But that's the other problem, is that the Justice Department, the justice system here in general, government overall, is allowed to do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. And so really, honestly, those families have very little power. There are ways to raise. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but I'm saying we are in a much larger water than sometimes we think, because it's so fucked up and so overwhelming. And so, it's just the larger issue at hand here is that the government won't do what they need to do. Why are we the only fucking country in this world, nigga, with the gun issues that we have. Why?
Yeah. Peace to the victims this week of the school shooting.
Nuts.
There was a 28-year-old woman who shot up a school. Yeah, both adults and children were killed. And it's like, what can you say after that? After you said it so many times before.
What else can you say?
You know, it's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. There's so many things that we got to turn around in this country, and that is the main thing next to rights for everybody.
Yep.
But let's take a break from that and pay some bills.
What a transition.
And I know. Oh, I forgot the second part of the news. Baby Nuck. Listen, we covered it on over on Patreon, but if you didn't know,
he's back in.
And we know he's back in. Gun charges again. You know, we just hope that the children are taken care of and safe, and they have a safe place outside of, you know, their own family to talk to.
Yeah.
You know, and get some support, especially somebody outside of the Church of Latter-day Saints.
And especially somebody who's certified, licensed, you know, qualified.
Qualified, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your pastor is not a therapist.
Unless if they have those consonants at the end of their name, they're not.
Right, and they just so happen to be a pastor.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Moonlighting
There is, listen, for the girlies who care, there is faith-based therapy that is a licensed qualified therapist who also happens to specialize in a faith-based setting. If that's what you're looking for, they exist. But please stop going to your deacons and your pastors and their wives and eating shepherd's pie and thinking that is getting ready to qualify for all of the issues that you got going on.
Right. And yes, sometimes you need a big mammy hug.
Yeah, sometimes
but, you know,
the
like a big mammy titty
into the dirt.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. Make
but
fun of the boobs.
But yes, but like Jade said, seek somebody who is qualified and credentialed, because they will send you. And also, you know, you got to get to know them too, because just because somebody's qualified or credentialed don't mean they not, you know,
problem or for
up
you.
to snuff. Yes, so take that out. Go listen to Dr. Joy on Therapy for Black Girls. It's great.
Yeah. Somebody who's qualified as opposed to two niggas who ain't.
Yeah, not me anymore. I left that life behind. Okay.
Same.
But with all that being said, thank you all for listening. Each and every week, tell a friend that we are everywhere you can get your podcasts. Also, sign up for our Patreon. It's $9.99. It's where the true mess lives. It's where you get all your recaps and mess in between and reaction, cringe content coming. This week, Jade hated this week's, so go and watch. It's awful, but it's good. It's a good time. Also sign up for our YouTube channel. It's free. Like, it's free. Most of our stuff is free, guys. We give so much away for free.
Matter of fact, the pre-show is low-key free this week because...
You want it to be free? Because it could be free.
Well, it depends on, are we going to get flagged for that bullshit? Actually...
I hope we... No.
No, leave that
We
on
won't
Patreon.
be. Okay, then we'll leave it on Patreon.
We used some colorful language that...
Oh, yeah, actually, no, we can't. Yeah, never mind. That's behind a paywall.
I'm just going to give you this. You know the meme with the dog? It'd be like, I'm going to say the word. make me say
Double H was on the scene. But yeah, sign up, Patreon, and our YouTube. It's free, youtube.com/JadenXD. It's a bunch of stuff over there. Join our Discord, also where Mess lives. It's a great time. Click in the description box wherever you're listening.
I've been once. Twice.
Yeah. Yeah, see, there you go.
It's like going to the valley.
Yeah. It's a good time. And of course, Discord is free. It's not, you don't have to join the Patreon. It's free.
Yes.
But you should join anyway. With that being said, let's take a break and we'll be back with some beef.
All right.
Hit it, Grammy award-winning Claude Kelly.
Wearing my pants.
Booyah.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The reason hip-hop was battled was so that there would not be any physical confrontation. That was the point to the battle. The main point was that we don't have to settle this with the gap. We can artistically prove to the whole.
So yeah, this week we're talking about beef.
What's beef?
Volume 2. What's beef? It's two people, having a little tete-a-tete.
You didn't answer like I thought you would.
I couldn't think of the lyric right after, so I just kept.
Beef is when you need two guests to go to sleep.
Yes, there you go. And it's so funny because I quoted the 10 Crack Commandments yesterday, so I don't know why this is not coming to me now, but what else?
It's okay.
So yeah, a couple years ago we did an episode called Beefs, and it was highlighting beefs between folks. And because Xscape is beefing betwixt themselves.
They are. To the point where LaTocha says she wants to pull up at the SWV party. And I was like, who? You are very rich, Miss Owl. You are very rich.
Stealing her sister's money.
Yo, okay, so did you see that video of that person saying pay your sister? Did you see that?
Yes.
I have not watched one episode of the show.
Me either, because reasons.
Yeah.
But but the point, it's just really sad. I just know that basically her husband kind of usurped her checks. Royalty checks, and had them signed and over and cashed into this other bank account that had her name in it, or whatever. That had his name on. Excuse me.
She stole her sister's money. Her sister, she took her sister's checks that were coming, and she, and it was only because Tiny's mother went looking for the money for them. And Tiny's mother called saying, "Hey, you got your money?" And LaTocha's sister, Tamika was like, "What money?" And come to find out, it's because her little hoot sister was stealing.
What I need from you is understanding. Can we communicate?
Nigga, you a loser, not you. Jay-Z and
Hold up. This is simple as 1, 2, 3. She's stealing. It's simple as.
Your money is what
You gotta be a real. Like, don't steal. Right? You know what I mean? And like,
No.
you can.
I don't care about stealing, but I have.
Don't steal from your sister.
Don't steal from common people who are in the same place as you. Don't steal from your family.
Yeah.
Don't steal from your community. You steal from corporations. Big dollars. Big banks.
Steal from people that have more than you, more to lose than you.
Yeah. Way more. You know what I'm saying? And then you
Right,
find
not
out
on an
something.
equal playing field.
And you find out something bad about them, so that if they find out that you stole from them, then you got something on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blackmail.
Hello. It's the American way.
Yeah. There was one beef I wanted to highlight, and that sticks out like a sore thumb for me. And it was really not, it's not the obvious beef, but it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, in Dreamgirls, like, yes, Effie should have beat Dina's ass because she stole her dream and her man. But that's not who she really should have fought. She should have fought her brother, Cece. That's the true beef.
Mm-hmm.
He sold her up the river.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Family beef is not something you know, it's always family. It's always something selling ideas and shit up the river.
Yeah.
Didn't go see the little one or nothing.
Like Belle.
In Beauty and the Beast?
Her beef should have been with her daddy. He sold her like Nettie and Celie's daddy sold
He did.
Celie. He sold
did.
Belle. Isn't that crazy?
He did.
She was a child bride. And we just be out here.
Okay. Talk about good morning.
Right.
And en français.
Right.
Bonjour.
That bitch was a child bride. She was a handmaid. She even got the
Yeah,
fit.
she was. With nasty ass Gaston. And you know, it never, Gaston was nasty, but then so was the Beast.
Right.
And then they needed a little teenage girl to tame the beast. Oh my God. Oh
Nigga, you
wow.
beat the hello. You got to get to thinking.
That's like when I was watching. I was on the TikTok, and there was this guy who does like he explains plots of movies, and you can't tell which movie it is. Why is the plot from Get Out the same plot from Shrek 2?
Oh,
I'm gonna show you. Hold on. Wait, I'm on. Because I saved the video for this reason. I was like, I need to share this with. Hold on, I'm gonna send this to you right now, so you can give this to. You watch it while I go get my fruit from the door.
okay. And when a bad man sing,
What? Do you want to watch a movie where a man of color visits a significant other's parents' house for the first time after their relationship gets serious, only to discover that the parents are racist?
That is the plot of Shrek 2. Wow.
Okay, I'm back.
Wow. That is the plot of Shrek 2.
Yeah, it is.
Jordan Peele, you crafty nigga, you. You crafty nigga. Oh my God. I forgot another detail from Swarm.
Oh my God. Every week. We're on week 3.
Yeah. It's like Easter eggs.
Oh my gosh.
I did not realize Michael Jackson's daughter was in the show.
Oh yeah.
She
Paris.
was the first white girl to get killed. And that bitch said in the thing, I'm half black. And my last boyfriend had a problem accepting the fact that I was half black. And Dominique stopped and was like, oh. And I
Black.
Yeah.
Yes, Zach.
Yeah. Black. Soldier Boy. Yeah, I forgot that detail. And then she got killed.
Okay.
Her and Dominique What's-Her-Face killed her nigga because he was abusive and nasty. And then she was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna be Thelma and Louise. We're gonna go on the run. We're gonna da 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 da. We're gonna da 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 da." And then she, pulled out the blicky on her while she was, having excitements. And yes,
really, maybe. No, I can't. I can't watch.
They
that
killing
shit.
me.
I just. Everybody keeps saying you have to watch
doctor,
it.
they killing me.
They killing me.
Yo, that is the worst. I have beef with that line. I have beef with her in general, but that line, MJ's doctor, they killing me.
That's like her new thing, like how she don't fuck with horses since Christopher Reeves. And it was like,
girl.
Thanks, barbarian. Yo, like MJ Doctor, they killing me. Propofol, I know they hope I fall, but tell them winning is my motherfucker.
Who heard that? It was like, oh, flames, nigga, flames.
Yeah.
We've heard a lot of verses about Christopher Reeves, but not like MJ's doctor.
Yeah.
They killing me.
Killing me.
Woo, God.
Yeah.
Woo, God. Okay, what else beats you got on there?
A lot of the beefs that I have are like family oriented. But there's one beef that I think is quite interesting. And it's in relation to the song that we opened with today. Luther Vandross and En Vogue's beef is legendary.
Wait, I didn't know that existed. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah, he hated them.
What? Okay, give me more.
Yeah, he hated them. They had an issue backstage at a concert. And I think they kept touching his stuff, and he was like,
"See, I knew that was wrong. I knew it was. I knew that was the ones who was in the wrong. I just felt it."
Yeah, it's something along the lines of that. But I know that it was epic, and he publicly was like, "I don't like them bitches."
It was probably Dawn's ass who sparked the beef,
or Max, whichever.
I mean, maybe, but Dawn had a beef with everybody.
Yeah.
Including her own bandmates.
Well, that's because most of her band... Not everybody in Vogue is, sweet and petite.
I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when you in two bands...
Oh, true.
When you're in two groups... When you're in two groups... And...
Because Joy replaced her in Lucy Pearl, right?
You said what?
I think Joy replaced her in Lucy Pearl.
Yes, nigga. Like Lucy Pearl said, get your ass, get that nigga out of here. That's what they said.
Get that nigga out of here.
Speaking of, you saw Tony going on tour?
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah, yes.
My Bay Area Kings. See,
my
people from Bay Area.
Girlfriend is a hoe.
Listen, I can go for a couple of,
Yeah, I'm down with the get down. Yeah. You know who has beef? Larsa Pippen's titties. Larsa Pippen's titties, they enemies.
What's the largest lump sum of money you've gotten at one time? Or can you not judge because it's just single people?
Well, it depends, like how many posts you have, how many photos. But I feel like probably like 200,000.
Yeah, they Yeah, they have some sort of like polar opposition to each other. Like
Wide open spaces.
It's like Iowa's in between.
It is.
Each one.
It's like when what's his face parted the river, the Red Sea. Sorry,
Red Sea. That one.
Yeah, that part. That
Jay
part.
does Bible.
Don't make that an episode because
that's gonna be beefs for real. You against the church.
Let's go.
I did think of having like a real nigga.
All I gotta do is step inside. No, I'm just playing. What'd you say? Well, I'm driving this bus into a tree,
really?
And I'm killing all of us.
Really?
I step into the turtle. But anyway.
My next one is Gwyneth Paltrow and Solid Foods. Like, clearly she has beef with beef.
She got her ass on the internet and told us that she got some issues.
How do you eat bone broth but you're vegan?
I eat dinner early in the evening. I do a nice intermittent fast. I usually eat something about 12. And in the morning, I'll have some things that won't spike my blood sugar, right? So I have coffee, but I really like soup for lunch. I have...
Yeah, what bones you... Which bones?
Vegans don't have bone. They don't have bones, man.
What bones you eating?
Did you ever... I don't know if I ever showed this to you. Did you know that you could buy vegan chicken bones and you can wrap like your tofu or seitan or whatever you do so you can have like bone chicken?
I've seen that before. So one time, one of my very dear friends who's probably listening.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear friend that's listening.
Got some vegan soul food. Let me tell you something. Yams, I tasted them. They was hitting. Greens was good, but they had this, Satan on a stick, and they made it so that when you eat it, you get down to it, it's the bone. And I asked her, I was like, "Is that supposed to be the bone?" And I was like, "I'm trying not to be an asshole." And she's enjoying this right now while she hears it. but I just was so fascinated. I said, I thought y'all didn't want no parts.
Yeah.
Not her, but them hardcore
the
vegan
concept.
peoples. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. There's nothing wrong with the taste of vegetables, guys, but I also
love them.
And I get it, like, you want the taste of meat, but you don't want the cruelty of the animals or whatever. But it's also like, well, that's just what it's going to have to happen because you can't eat a naturally dead animal, so you're going to have to just deal.
And you better not have a single pair of leather boots in your closet. And that's for them self-righteous. So we're talking to a very specific group.
Or like eating alligators and shit because it's got beef gelatin in it.
Like, girl.
I know. Beefs are always subjective, though,
They are.
Because it could always be, like, one-sided, or, like, why is this beef even a thing?
Like Nicki Minaj versus everybody.
Yeah. Like, why? Like, let's take a break and talk about that for a second. Let's take a break, and we'll be back after these messages. Hit it, Claude.
Ting.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Wait a minute, Dad. That Swiss steak Mom served. That was a regional dish, wasn't it?
I guess it was at one time.
No, here's what I mean. You travel. You travel all around the country. You could bring me recipes, menus, ideas, dishes. Not a whole big lot of stuff. Maybe on beef.
And we're back. We're talking about beefs. Yes, Nicki Minaj beefs with everybody. Lotto, Cardi, everybody but her nigga.
Yeah. Big popular beef. Touched on it last week. We're just going to bring it home. Donald Glover and a hard ending. A clear ending. That's he clearly has beefs with a clear storyline, clear ending. That number 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll just watch one episode of Swarm. Maybe.
Damn, you Looney Tune, you got a dead body in there or something?
Yeah.
You're just going to watch one episode?
I can't see myself dedicating anything to that, but maybe one episode, maybe I'll thinking about watching it.
Have you watched Euphoria yet?
No, I guess I should before HBO gets, because they like to cancel things and then delete shit off the app, but then they put it on Tubi, which, by the way, tonight, guys, you can watch us free, through patreon.com/JadenXD. We're doing a live watch of Erica Mena's fantastic cinematic career with Stepmother.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, neither have I, but we're going to enjoy that together.
Yes.
Together. This is a beef that I did not know existed, and you might be able to speak to this one more than I would.
Okay.
But I didn't know that 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs had beef. Because 3 6 thought that Bone stole their flow.
Their style. Yeah.
Who got that hydro? Who got that light green? Who got that Bobby Brown? Who got that Latin weed? Who got that hydro? Who got that light green? Who got that Bobby Brown? Who got that Latin weed?
Box of blonde tongue, nothing but the ball in me. Put them kissing up in the trunk, sack of scum, we sticking up on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
I didn't know. Yeah.
I can see it-ish. Maybe.
No.
No. Yeah, like I'm trying to like.
I love both. I love and adore both, but no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. I don't.
Now, if Bone wanted to come back and say, Po Pimp copied their flow, that could be a conversation, not to be mistress about things, but
someone's being in their messy era.
I'm in my villain era. Yeah, they could have said that, but Bone copying 3 6 Mafia is a bit of a reach. You know what I'm saying? Especially if one claimed to be fans of the other. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we have admiration for you, but we do not have your style. So, poof, be gone. Yo, bruh. And then, we all saw how the Versus went, with great nigga shit afoot. Water bottles were thrown and problematic, very hilarious insults were thrown.
Yeah. But Versus definitely was one of those. It was a breeding ground for beef. And honestly, this is they're responsible for this SWV Xscape situation.
Absolutely. Let me explain something to you. The pandemic tainted so much more than just people's health and the economy. Like, the world went to hell? When you look up and say, nigga, first and foremost, let's put things into full perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't over. It has not been reduced to an endemic. Like, it hasn't been reduced. They still won't say it's such. So technically, it's not done. But, you know, I think niggas are starting to get a little more clarity now. And they're like, damn, nigga, the last 3 years were a legit ass fog.
I don't remember a lot of it. I don't, not because of substance-wise. It's just because it all ran in together.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, everybody's lives changed so dramatically that even if you were thriving, you know, everybody turned into survival mode. And so now everybody is reacting to this survival mode and people are acting wild. We saw this at BET Presents the Encore. That shit was wild. You had them two heifers from Cherish making the other two heifers from 702 like tap out.
Right. Or like the U.S. government refusing to acknowledge the fact that we have a great alliance with guns and murder and chaos and negativity.
There was an episode of one of these news programs, or Rachel Maddow, Chris something, MSNBC. And they were talking about how it's still very easy to buy guns in America.
Yes.
Like, even with Sandy Hook and all, but they were like comparing, like, even with all of these things, with all this lip service about gun patrol, violence and all that good stuff, like, you could still go to,
the people who
like,
still
you
go
may not go to Walmart, but you could go to a Bass Pro Shop or something like that and get one. Like, it's very easy. There's still states that don't require any type of anything to get one.
But a driver's license.
And
that's nuts.
Yes. Beef, America has beef with lives, with mortality. Like, that is fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason why.
There is one argument and one argument alone for having a gun, and this is the argument. Fuck off. I like guns. It's not the best argument, but it's all you've got. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with saying, I like something, don't take it away from me. But don't give me this other bullshit. The main one is, I need it for protection. I need to protect me. I need to protect my family.
We should be at this.
I did not know that Madonna and Elton John had a beef.
Really?
Yes. Apparently, he said her James Bond rendition, her James Bond song was the worst James Bond theme song that ever existed.
It was. I like it, but it's awful.
What?
Die another day. Like, you're not going to compare, like, Diamonds Are Forever compared to a Madonna song. Like, you know what I mean?
Let
like,
the sky fall.
Oh, it's Skyfall? That is Adele's best song ever. We stand all together. I was like, you better sing, Adele. Otherwise, yeah, no.
Not Adele.
Adele.
Is she still with the
When she
Jamaican
does
man? Okay, so she's still Adele Ann.
The one with the bow legs, yes.
Okay, she's still
Adele Ann.
Adele Ann. She finna get pregnant with a black baby.
Yeah.
Why my mother, beef with my mother. Why she gonna text me and my sister today talking about, can I get my 40th anniversary gift early? And send us a screenshot of motherfucking Adele going on tour. I text her back, girl.
speaking of, guess who's considering retirement? She finally decided. She's like, hey, I think I'm done.
Beyonce.
No, my mother.
What?
Yeah. Now, my mother has beef with doing nothing. She's one of those, like...
They
have to go to work. She don't like black people just laying around in her house like that.
Including self.
Yeah, just get up. Niggas got to go to work around here. But she finally was like, you know what? Because she says my son in French to me. She was like, mon fils. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I think I'm done. I was like, girl, what you trying to say?
Wait, your mama screenshot herself.
I was like, girl, no. I don't have time for that. She was like, no. She said, I think I'm just going to retire and come visit you. And I was like, oh, I'm definitely not ready for that.
Not that being the bigger. You're terrible. You're terrible.
Kidding. I would love for her to come. But I always wondered, it was interesting, people who work forever and have a good time, or work forever, for a long period of time, and their beef with being sedentary is just not, it's just not a thing. Or having this weird beef with, comfortability, I guess. Maybe because they weren't allowed to, the boomers and stuff, they weren't allowed to sit down and be comfortable.
They've never been allowed to relax, so they don't know how to relax. So they just, and then they get to getting worrisome. You know what I mean? They get to getting on your nerves. And then, the cycle repeats itself because we'd be like, please go find something to do. But that doesn't necessarily mean go to work.
Right.
Nigga, learn how to, I don't know, pickle something, or learn how to distill something, or get yourself into a nice science project, but get on.
My next beef is Tyler Perry and a writer's room. So there was a story of this guy on TikTok, and he told the story, entitled it "My Traumatic Experience Filming a Tyler Perry Show." And this is what he said. He said, he got casted to do Meet the Browns. It was wonderful, fabulous. What he did not know is that he's like, usually when you film sitcoms, it takes about a week. They film an episode a day, which is fucking ridiculous. So he got the script, ahead of time like you used to, did the run through read. It was cool. Finally did a table read. Got to the table read. It was cool. Then they were like, oh, switch the script. He had a whole new script to read during lunch.
Okay.
He learns the script during lunch, goes over the lines. They have a whole nother script for him. So he's like, I've had 3 scripts today. What the fuck is going on? Completely different lines and everything. And so Tamala Mann is working with him don't freak out, baby. Come on. You can do this. You can do this. And so she's running lines with him. And so they get to go back on stage and run the show again. Tyler Perry is like, nope, hate it. Rewrite a whole nother script and give it to him.
Raymond, take it from I'll be damned.
I'll be damned if you embarrass me like that ever again. Both of you, out.
Charles, we're here supporting
now.
Shut up.
Amazing. Cut. Moving on.
So we're at 4 scripts now, right? And so they try to do it again, and the young man is at the time he was a child actor, so he's like, I don't know what to do. He is frustrated and crying or whatever, and so they film him being frustrated and crying and stuff, and that's what happens to be the scene that's in the show. And so then afterwards, Tyler Perry was like, you did good. What's your name again? And he told him. And I was like, that is I get entertainment is so wild and I'm trying not to say the C word. So loony. Because the C word's not good. We're not supposed to use it. However, like that's fucking bananas. Like I'm not gonna learn 4 different scripts for you.
And how often you said this is in how long a time?
They do an episode a day.
Like a full judge.
It took us 3 days to do 9 minutes of that Jada XD project.
They do an episode.
Like,
well, I mean, that nigga didn't he buy like a plantation? Like, didn't he?
Yeah, but how can you produce television in a day? Like, that's wild to me.
How do you produce America?
Yeah, it's just really ridiculous to do a sitcom television show in a day.
Let me tell you something. Aaron Magruder.
I'm going to get me some Kool-Aid.
Exactly. He told us that, things are afoot down at the Perry plantation. So,
Which is so interesting because it is a plantation.
And also, you're asking a question. How can he produce an episode in a day? How was he the person to save Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? Like, how? Like, I just never thought I was going to get my Apple News, read my Times app, and all of a sudden it's like Tyler Perry, godfather to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's white baby, and saves them niggas from London. Like, what the fuck?
He finds himself. He's like the Ray J of everything.
This is what I'm saying.
Like he paid for Whitney's funeral. He helped.
What?
He paid
Hold
for
on. Wait. What? Wait. No. Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Like. Yeah. He paid for a lot of stuff for her funeral. He paid for one of the Pace sisters' funeral too. He does a lot of stuff like just giving money and just he revived Cicely Tyson's career.
And then he still finds time to go drive his little car he used to live in around his plantation.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I forgot? He got a baby.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't he have a family?
We all have families.
I really want you to stop talking.
I have one more.
Okay.
And my last one, it's Young Thug's beef with, authority and law.
Oh.
Because, like,
is he getting out or no? I don't know. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the dap heard around the world.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Like, no.
What? Okay, you're right.
In front of the police and the judge, just, hey, how you doing? Oh, my gosh.
Judge, how much
There's
you want?
crack in my boots.
Here's what happened. We got this video from court. Take a look at the part we highlighted here. Do you see this? Right there. According to court motions, Young Thug's fellow defendant, Khalif Adams, passed Percocet to Young Thug under the guise of a handshake right in front of the entire courtroom.
Like, what do you mean, sir?
Oh,
like,
God, I totally forgot about that.
Passing acquaintance with, the law and authority and thinks it's on the good side. Like, nah.
Oh, my God.
It's not going to work out well for...
Did one of them get out? Did the little chubby face one who used to date Chloe Bailey get out?
I believe so.
I was like, I know I didn't
know.
fully make that up. Somebody got out.
I feel like there's like record labels in prison. Like entire rosters of record labels are in like jail right now.
What if? Never mind. That wasn't going nowhere good.
I was going to say, was it going to be a...
It's going nowhere good. It is going nowhere good quickly.
Okay. That's fair. But that's
The
fair. But yeah,
expression,
him and his beef with the law, like he's like, just and right? No, no.
You know what else is a beef that people don't realize is a common beef? Your appliances. Because, nigga, you run the dryer, the heater, the washer, and the blow dryer at the same time. And you finna blow some shit out. These niggas don't like each other.
No.
They don't.
No. You cannot run all of that, especially if your building is old or you have an old home. You will blow the fuck up like they try to do Phaedra.
Nigga, don't try to put on the air fryer and the hair dryer.
Oh my
at the
gosh.
same
Up in
time.
smoke, nigga. Like,
okay, it's very This Is Us. Which, oh my gosh. Every time I see a kitchen.
I thought about them the other day because I was like, I need something to do more so during the day, like some shit to watch to pass the time while I work. And I was like, maybe I should just revisit This Is Us. And then I was like, absolutely not.
Just put it on like it's stories.
It's going to depress and piss me off. And especially when Kate kills their father.
Stop. What are you always...
There are just things that I will forever have beef with. She killed her daddy. I didn't like when Randall and them got that other baby. But that's, I can't say that publicly.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Please shut the fuck up. Well,
I have a beef with a lot of shit.
He was talking to his brother's
TV.
ghost in New Orleans. Like, it was so much happening. Damn, I was about to tell you. Oh, nigga. I had Louie on Snowfall. I got beef with her ass because Leah, I was about to call her Leah. Louie chose a crackhead police officer over her own nigga who told her he wanted to get out the drug game. Ooh. He said, I don't want to sell crack no more, and I'm finna move to Jamaica. And that bitch had a problem with it. She ends up getting kidnapped, thrown into a warehouse, all behind a crackhead police officer. And who gets killed in the end? Jerome, the nigga who wanted to run to Jamaica. So I forever have beef with Louis behind that. But I do also have beef with people who have beef with reality. Because what I need you all to do...
sister.
It's beef inception. Stop commenting on these actors' motherfucking social medias. Yelling at them for what their characters did. Yeah. John Singleton did not go for y'all to be doing that. Okay? Like, this show is not still on for you all to be sitting up here messaging these people, telling them that they're awful people because Jerome is dead now. Y'all have beefs with reality. What's the problem?
That's like, they used to do that to Issa all the time on Insecure. Like, anytime Issa did some shit, wild shit with Molly, it'd be like, who you caps. And she'd be like, everybody calm the fuck down. It's a television show, not me.
Or when they did it to Consonance, when they kept messaging her for
Condoleezza, yeah. She was so upset. She was like, girl, I just played a character on TV.
Like, girl, that is not me. And they really, like, I don't know what's the problem. It's a beef with reality is what it is.
And I get it. Like, there are parts of reality I delude, right? Like, I know Michael Ealy doesn't throw kids out the window, but I know that I'm going to steer clear away from him because I know he throws kids out of a window. So, but I'm not going to go underneath his comment and be like, I know you killed them kids, nigga. Like, I'm never going to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
or the little nigga who plays Tyreek on Power. I hate that nigga. I hate him so much. I'm not going to go on that little nigga's Instagram and tell him how much I hate Tyreek.
Yeah, same flow from Progressive. I'm not going to do that. And you know who gets that a lot too?
Really
Wrestlers. Like, because of the fact that, you know, you have to play a villain or a good guy. That's kind of how wrestling works or whatever. Like, if you actually look at the comments, is, you know, fuck you, nigger, for taking my... Like, it's like... Everybody's a faggot nigger queen, okay?
Oh, no.
And, like, it's wild, but, you know, it's like, this isn't real. Like, it's scripted television, guys.
Well...
Oh.
Well, that is...
Beef, Volume 2.
Volume 2.
It's a side of beef. It wasn't full beef, but it was just a side of beef.
It was a side of beef. It's like a little beef tartare.
Yeah. Yeah, a little carpaccio.
A little
you know?
appetizer of beef.
Yeah. With that being said, shout out to you all for sticking around. And we will see you all next week on the main stage. Go check out our other content on Patreon and YouTube. And we'll catch you all next time. Adios, muchachos, muchachas, and muchacha.
Yes, we move.